Good morning. My name is Caroline Stim, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to Mishi. Although Mishi and I may not be the closest of friends, it has been a delight getting to know her throughout our time at St. Mary's. In the classes I've shared with her, I am always intrigued at the things she has to say. She is a strong and passionate individual, which is something I admire. Mishi puts her all into what she cares about, which includes her fashion sense. You can always count on her to have a super stylish outfit on. Along with being a very talented artist, Mishi is also amazing at the piano. She is kind and caring to the people around her, but is also the type of girl who is not afraid to speak her mind and stand strong in her opinions. Personally, I believe the class of 22 would not be the same without her, and I think we can all learn something very valuable today from her speech. So without further ado, I give you Mishi Ali.
From a young age, I have come to realize that society deems many of the feminine things that I have taken interest in as silly, stereotypical, and contributing little to the world. These are words that society uses to respond to many things that have target audiences of young girls. From music to fashion to makeup to shows, the things that are claimed to be feminine are often torn apart and deemed useless on the media. For example, I once asked a boy if he watched The Devil Wears Prada, and he said, and I quote, "No, that movie is for females and it's probably not interesting." To which I said, yeah, you can probably take that up with the Golden Globe Awards. And I could go on about what makes this movie a cinematic masterpiece, but I digress. Anyways, I assume the reason that this child thought that The Devil Wears Prada is for females is because number one, it has a strong female lead, and number two, because the movie exposes the brutality and beauty of the world of fashion, which is apparently a woman thing. Even though designers like maybe Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren, Giorgio Armani, Calvin Klein, Alexander McQueen, Yves Saint Laurent, and Christian Dior probably wouldn't agree, but a woman thing. Anyways, I wouldn't have been able to respond to the guy if I didn't have practice from my childhood experiences. I've always been interested in fashion, even from a young age. It started with making paper dresses for my dolls, performing runway shows in the bathroom while stumbling in my mom's heels, and watching Project Runway. Basically, I expressed this interest in every way my 5-year-old self could before overcoming my crippling fear of needles. When I was little, there was always this message being drilled into my head that girls who put in too much effort into their appearance or to spend too much time focusing on material things can't also be smart and make a career. I started to think that things like makeup and fashion were distractions from more important things, but really they're just forms of art. Honestly, the only reason I didn't pick the easy route and pick an aspiration that was less judged was that I had a supporter on my side. Everything I've ever been a fan of, my dad has also become a fan of. When I had my Hamilton phase, my dad became thoroughly invested and was just as excited to see the show in person as I was, if not a little more excited. When I had my BTS phase, my dad started playing their music in the car and asking me when we would go see their concert. When I had my Billie Eilish phase, my dad would ask me every day when her new album was coming out. I was terrified to tell him that I wanted to be a fashion designer because I thought he, just like most of the other adult voices in my life, would tell me fashion wasn't important, but he didn't say that. He didn't say that to any of the other things I was interested in, so why would this be any different? Instead, he committed himself to the topic and wanted to know everything I knew about fashion. I wish I could say that I was strong enough to pursue what I liked all by myself, but if I didn't have his support, I honestly would have dropped it. So, if you don't have a supporter in your life, and if people are telling you that your hobbies and interests are a waste of time, let these words be your supporter. If you really want to commit yourself to something that you're passionate about, just do it. If you're passionate about something, you will excel in it, and if you want your passion to be your career, then make that your career, because no one can fake passion. And if you have the advantage of passion in any industry, you will get ahead. And don't worry about society or money, because as long as you have passion, you're going to thrive and make it in this world that teaches children to abandon their fantasies. Don't stop having an interest in something because someone said it was silly or unimportant, because that's not true. If it's important to you, it has to be important to other people too. Thank you.